are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Mig.
Never mind.
Welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Of course, I'm your host, Lance Migliaccio, with my co-host, George Valentine. Rise and grind, tip of the spear, edge of the knife, because it's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in a war. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you guys being here. Time's your most valuable commodity. So, of course, we really love the fact, Big Mig Mafia, our subscribers, our listeners, and, of course, the mods doing what they can do to help us every single show, which is huge. Get in the chat today. Join us. Have some fun. There is some good news. There's a lot of news, actually. A lot of crap going on all over the place. And, of course, that's why you're here at the Big Mig Show, because, you know, we don't pick sides. We're still talking about Epstein. We're still,
Epstein?
We're still talking about Pam Bondi. I mean, we don't stop. You know how it is. We've had a lot of great interviews over the last week. So catch up on those shows. And don't forget the Crypto Power Hour, 7 a.m. Wednesdays and Fridays. Had a great show this morning. Great education piece. It's great for beginners, great for advanced. We cover all the top news in the crypto world. It's the #1 crypto show on Rumble because of you guys. And during the show, take the live link, share it far and wide. George B., It is cold as shit here in freaking Colorado. It's already 11 degrees. Now, I know you got a big storm coming your way. They're calling it Snowmageddon.
Yeah, people are so fucking stupid, man. We've had way bigger storms than this. They just freak out. They want to, create some division, chaos, so people go out and spend all this money. All right, get some essentials. I get it. Right after this show, Mama Dearest wants me to take her food shopping. All right, we'll go. No problem. I told her after the show we'll go. But
anything special on the menu for the weekend? Any? Is she going all in on anything? Maybe.
Well, she don't really. She's 83 years old, man. We limit her. We don't.
I didn't know.
I'm gonna buy. You know what?
My mom
I told her.
Anymore.
No, I told her. So I'm gonna buy some stuff. I want to do some. Maybe bake some like some pastry things or something. I want to do so.
You bake?
I do it all, yo.
Okay, I'm gonna get. You got a big advantage on me.
I'm gonna get some good pastry dough. Make some. You'll see.
You do it from scratch?
Huh? What?
You buy the dough, or do you go from all the way scratch?
I can, but I ain't gonna. I mean, no way, bro. Like I don't have time to do that.
Weather like this always makes me think of chili and stew and things like that. My mom used to do a lot of that when we were in New York. Of course, we had some big snowstorms in New York. We go, way back because of my age, but Snowmageddon. So buckle up for the people on the East Coast. Here in Colorado, 11 degrees, sucking the big one. I've been freezing my ass off all morning, took the trash out, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, you got to get these. You got to get the essentials, We have water, we have most of the stuff, but usually we go food shopping at the end of the week anyway. Mother goes, she gets her, some bread, some light things, fresh meat, like fresh meat and stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that. But basically, look, I still have my, what do you call it? Food. The food in case, I forget what we call it, Lance.
Prepper food.
Prepper food I still have.
Yep, sure.
I mean,
I don't think you'll be in that situation. Hopefully, it isn't going to be that kind of storm. Although they are saying it may knock out power for a lot of people.
But
so for you people for our listeners, subscribers on the East Coast, protect yourself. Take a look at the weather.
Even if the power goes out, like we still have natural gas. We can cook.
Yeah.
I can put that oven on, heat up the kitchen. What up?
Yeah.
I got plenty of
natural gas, so we're not going to be suffering on the heat or the water.
Got plenty of
hot water anyway.
Plenty of flashlights. Fresh new batteries, backup batteries and everything.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta hope the power don't go out because then Monday, no show. You don't know. We'll see.
You might not have caught it, but I'm going to give a shout out. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, you can hit us up at info@thebigmig.com. We're always looking for like-minded sponsors. Of course, this show and our other show, we're getting millions of impressions. So great opportunity. And don't forget, we've also got our nationally syndicated radio show. But for one of our sponsors, been with us longest, George, did you see the news today? Silver broke 100.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it
Silver
this morning.
broke $100 per ounce. It's like 99.97 right now. I don't know. It's waffling around. It didn't stay over 100, but it broke 100, tripped back a little bit. Maybe it's back at 100 now. I think it's going to get into that 105 range over the next week, is my personal opinion. 103, 105.
It's actually,
But look,
hold on. It's actually $100.11.
yeah. So back into the $100 territory. Of course, big news. Hopefully you guys listened to us 2 years ago when we said silver and gold, silver and gold. Of course, this is the prepper bar, the 62.2 gram prepper bar. It's perforated, easily broken down in your choice of 3 different denominations to fit a multitude of needs. And whether it's for diversification, asset protection, economic turmoil, or in this case, it's very unique utility for barter and trade. You can just break off a small piece to make a payment. The prepper bar is a perfect get, fits neatly in your wallet. Stick it in a sock drawer, hold it, love it. That's what you do with bullion, because, of course, if you'd gotten ahead of the curve, you'd be beating the S&P 500. You'd even be beating Nancy Pelosi in bullion. Hard to believe that. Exclusively mined and minted in the great US of A and selling out fast. They've got them in stock. TheBigMigBar.com, all caps, prepper, PREPPR. That'll get you 10% off on the silver, 5% off on the gold. The guys at Genesis Gold, tons of counterfeit gold showing up on eBay. Be careful. 888-526-7154, 888-526-7154. These are the guys to go to for your bullion. They've got decades in the business. TheBigMigBar.com.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar.
All right, we got the jingle going. I want to kick off the show. I know you guys have been asking for some personal videos. I got a little video. George got some of his family in it. There might even be some of my family in this video.
Listen, and I don't normally put stuff in my family. I just want to let you guys know, because too many fucking crazy people, and all it's going to take is one dumbass person come incorrectly to me, one of my family members, and it's over for them.
Yeah,
it's going to be over for them and their family. I'm just going to let you know.
We just wanted to share it. Thought you guys might get a kick out of it.
All right.
Give me half a pound of gabagool. Keep it lean, capish?
Sure say, sir.
Nah, scratch that. Make it a full pound. No, 2 pounds. 2 ain't enough. I'll take 4. You know what? Stack me 8. Keep it coming. Nice and thin.
Ah! Will you shut the fuck up already? Let me get some mortadella. Half a pound shaved real tender. Come on.
Gabagool.
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 Mortadella.
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 Tito, you did it. You have just won yourself a platter of authentic imported gabagool. Take a look at
Hey,
that.
forget about it. That's beautiful. Woo!
Easy there, champ. You earned.
How can you be out of gabagool? I need my gabagool.
Sir, shipment's late.
Shipment's late? You kidding me? I come here every Saturday. You better have a fucking cannoli or it's over, you fuck.
Yes, sir, right.
Good morning. How you doing? 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 All right. Good morning.
Let's take care of this.
All right.
Beautiful, huh?
Sweet as it gets.
Come on, officer. You writing me up for double parking? I'm dropping off my aunt's lasagna.
Sir, you can't block the hydrant. That's the law.
The hydrant? I swear I'll move it in 2 shakes, Captain.
Easy. Line it up.
Sitting pretty. Look
Grab the gabagool. Come on, that's it.
No, baby.
Don't bring it.
Oh, my God.
Ah, come on.
That's how it is, though. I'm telling you.
All right, we had to share that, of course, just to give you guys a little insight on our family. All right, look, I got to say this. I'm in freaking shock. I almost had a freaking seizure. I almost had a stroke.
Call 911.
Guys might have had to call 911. I started to seize up, but I got George on the phone and he talked me back. I was able to calm myself down and took some baby aspirin just to make sure I didn't get a blood clot. Unfreaking believable. Hallelujah. Pam Bondi finally makes an arrest. She finally arrested someone.
Wait a minute. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Let's play the media that goes with this.
Oh, we got media? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go.
God omnipotent reigneth. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shocker. Be careful in the audience. I hope we didn't cause a stroke in anybody in our audience. I'm sure you guys are just as shocked as us.
Just if you do, just put something in the chat. I'll call 911 for you.
Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, they finally arrested someone. So here's the post from Pam Bondi minutes ago under her direction. They arrested this guy in Minnesota. You know, we're talking about that Levi Armstrong who played a key role in organizing that attack on the church in St. Paul, of course, violating people's freedom of religion. We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship. Okay, how about attacks on the Capitol by the J6 causers? How about those? How about the attacks on Donald Trump by the deep state and on Michael Flynn and on Roger Stone? If you don't tolerate attacks, how about attacks across the broad, Pam Bondi? How about attacks on our election system by the deep staters?
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well, you got started, you're warming up. This isn't even really an appetizer. This is more like, I don't know. This is like maybe a bowl of mints on the table while you're waiting for somebody to serve dinner and maybe you ate one mint. Here's the deal, Pam. Let's friggin' go. That had like a delay laugh out of you, George. Let's freaking go, okay? This is if you're warming up, let's do it. Let's like the next 3-4 weeks. How about some congressional members? I guess but there is another arrest, but she has nothing to do with it. It's Congress. Supposedly, they're filing the charges against the Clintons and they're going to be arresting them.
I'm not going to hold my breath on that one.
Yeah, I know. They'll probably self-surrender and we won't get any mug shots. I'd like to have a mug shot of Hillary.
So
I really would.
You went back, you said about Pam Bondi, right?
Yeah.
It's not an appetizer. Maybe she's like just getting a little taste, wetting her beak. Maybe she just needed a little jump start. I don't. Who the fuck knows? I really don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, this dude just committed a crime like 3 days ago, and you're ready to arrest him. Meanwhile, we got people that committed crimes 6 years ago, probably even more, and you haven't arrested nobody. I don't get it. Just don't get it, man. What are we gonna do, Lance?
I mean, look, I'll take it. I'll take an arrest. This is kind of a crappy arrest. It's not a deep stater. It's not a government official.
You want to hear somebody put in chat?
What'd they put? Oh, no.
No, it's okay.
Oh, no.
This is from one of our mods, and she should know better than this. Maybe she just wanted to shut us up. You know they ain't gonna shut us up. It's just gonna make us speak out more.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna pin it real quick. I'm gonna call her out. NJ Kit Kat. What's the matter? What's the matter for you?
NJ Kit Kat.
Oh my God.
What's the matter for you, huh? Quesadich.
Gotta know respect.
All right. Gabagool. All right. Let's have some gabagool. All right. Let's go with this.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ahead.
Let's take some. We know you were joking, but I got to call you out anyway, Kit Kat. Good morning, Jess. Jimmy brought up a good point here. Jimmy B on Rumble. If Hillary gets perp walked in an orange jumpsuit or just gets perp walked,
yeah.
What are people willing to do? What crazy thing are you going to do? Is somebody going to run out naked, jump in the ice water? What? Come on. I want to see some shit in the chat. Because this would be like.
It's a good point. It's a good point Jimmy makes.
What are you going to do, Lance?
I don't know. Listen, let me think about it. I'll bring it up on Monday. I would do something crazy. But here's the deal. If they do the bullshit where it's self-surrender and they don't just go snatch their asses up and get us mugshots, then all bets are off. Because here's the deal. If they come for you, Jimmy, if they come for MJ Kit Kat, if they come for George, you know they're going to come in. They're not going to self-surrender any of us. They're going to come in with the flashbangs, the whole bit. It doesn't matter what the charge is. They're not going to say, oh, George, would you come and turn yourself in? And they're going to do the mugshots publicly. They're going to spread out the mugshot. Okay? I'm saying if they don't do that, then all bets are off anyway. It's bullshit. That's one of those courtesy arrest things to try to prove to the American public that Congress would do something. I think it's ridiculous that it takes this long.
You know what's funny?
We've literally gone an entire week. We're talking about contempt. How hard can that be?
You want to laugh? I'm busting out the lean. I forgot to take it this morning. I got to take it right now.
Gotcha. Okay, well, you take that. You stay on point. Got another shocker. Not a shocker. Of course, the liberals are frantic over this one, George. Oh, my God. Did you see
liberals,
what he said?
the media. Listen.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. He's an insurrectionist. He's a rapist. And now he wants to run again. This is criminal. We better impeach him.
Who?
I mean, come on, man.
He's a great troller. Look, look what he did with Greenland, right? He threatened military. He's just doing that just to rile them all up. Meanwhile, look, they made a deal. He went in Davos with the biggest of the biggest. You know, Trump is fucking big daddy boss over there. Might as well just call him King President. I'm telling you, now he's king of Denmark, along with the king of the Middle Eastern over there, the desert. King of Denmark. Now we're gonna give him because Denmark folded. They talk all that big game. Remember how they saying all?
Did you really think they were going to turn down $700 bill?
You know what? I forgot to ask you. It just came to me. Remember was it yesterday, the day before? We were talking about how the Denmark says we don't need the U.S., the military, like we can do things ourselves. But meanwhile, remember when they asked?
The jets.
When they asked everybody for assistance to come to Denmark, and you said Germany sent what, like 9 soldiers? They were there for a day. They left or something.
They went to they sent like some people to Greenland and they left. There was like 15 of them or 12 of them. And they like left right away. They probably got there and like, oh no, it's too cold here. I'm out.
They say
I just got to say something about Denmark. I mean, nobody had to think that 700 billion was going to get their attention. I mean, their entire GDP is like 400 billion. Okay, that's their entire GDP, like 450 billion. So you're going to tell me nearly double their GDP, they were going to turn it down? Come on, all those government officials over there are salivating about the opportunity to steal some of that money for themselves. You knew they were going to take the 700. Now I don't know what the people of Greenland are. The people of Greenland getting the 100K, George? Are they getting 100K?
I don't know what the deal with what's being made.
No, I heard the deal. I heard Trump put a sweetener in the deal. It was 100K a piece, and George Ballantyne gets a date with Miss Greenland. That's what I heard.
Oh, we get to populate. Me and Miss Greenland get to populate Greenland.
Yeah, I heard
I'm
that
game.
you get a date with Miss Greenland.
I'm single. I'm game. Nobody else is calling for me. So what the fuck?
The pot sweetener is that she gets a date with you. So that was kind of like a deal. All right.
Well, everybody wants to know what's going on. So Trump posted this record numbers all over the place. Should I try for a 4th term? And I was asking Lance. I'm like, Lance, when did he have a 3rd term?
Yeah. He's talking about, that he got screwed on it.
But that's not a term. He wasn't.
Yeah,
okay, but he wasn't in office. So.
Yeah, I know.
Unless he's saying, why not just do another 8 years? I don't know.
I don't know. But, at the end of the day, he did get screwed on that one round. Even his first round, he got screwed because they were in his butt so much that he really couldn't do the job effectively. I mean, he was defending himself. He wasn't really fixing the country as much as he wanted to.
So listen, after the crypto show this morning, I said, I went to the diner to get a breakfast, and I'm sitting there. Nobody's really in there. A couple people. Mm-hmm. You had the owner. He's talking to a couple, and he's an older guy, probably like 70s. And I can hear him talking. They're talking about. They're saying they should just get rid of that term limits for president. Let him run for as long as he wants. And then they started talking about bringing back hanging. I was like, I wish I could have recorded it. I was dying. I'm like, look at these people go. See, a lot of people fed up.
Yeah,
fed up.
I mean, you can't blame them, right? I mean, we're all sick of it.
Let's
get some arrests.
I'll vote for.
Let's go.
It would be one. This will be the 4th time voting for him. So I'll vote for him definitely another time, 4th time, and a 5th. I mean, shit. Can we keep him there until Barron's old enough to take presidency?
I mean, that would be better than where we're at now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Michael Fanone.
Fanone, who?
The J6 dirty cop.
That rat bastard.
This guy is a little unhinged, breaking under the pressure. Clearly participated in a lot of stuff he shouldn't have participated in. So during that explosive House Judiciary Committee, which was yesterday, Ivan Raiklan was there and many others. This guy just couldn't control himself. He was trying to create a fight with Raiklan. He gave the finger to, the bird to one of the freaking representatives, Troy Nels, after he got grilled by him. He goes, disguising his words with a fake cough. He said, go fuck yourself. Later, he appeared to cough when somebody said something he didn't like, which he said, bullshit. Jim Jordan admonished him. I feel like Jim Jordan should have done more than that, but I don't think he would. And Fanone, when he flipped off Nels, that's when it got even worse. And then Nels said, Mr. Fanone, you need medication, which he's right. I think this guy might need to be in one of the new insane asylums for a while, maybe calm down for a minute. But, he went off because Jack Smith was in there about all the bullshit, lying about everything, of course, doesn't want to admit to anything. And he's got an answer for all of it, because, of course, that's what he's doing. He's trying to stop himself from going to prison. But it was a witch hunt. It was the J6 Fedsurrection. You guys know what it was. It was a Fedsurrection. Let's play the clip, George. And then,
I have a question. When he after he did all that stupid shit with the finger and he was leaving, didn't all the Democrats in there start applauding and cheering him?
Yeah, I think
is that
so.
true?
I think that is true.
All right, let's play the clip. Listen to the moment. I mean,
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Smith, I'll just cut right to the chase here. Your investigation and attempted prosecution of President Trump, it wasn't about justice. It was about politics. Politics. From day one, under the Biden-Harris DOJ, you weaponized the law to go after their top political opponent. You pushed flawed legal theories, and even the far left Washington Post called you out. They called you out, sir, for violating the First Amendment. You tried to criminalize political speech, slap unlawful gag orders on a presidential candidate, and spy on Republican members of Congress in violation of the speech or debate clause, including the sitting Speaker of the House. Mr. Smith, you mishandled documents, pressured defense lawyers, and dumped a massive trove of so-called evidence right before the election. And you did it to sway voters. That's why you did it. And don't get me started on that raid at Mar-a-Lago or your unconstitutional appointment, which a federal judge in Florida rightly tossed out. A very bad day for you. This wasn't, Mr. Smith, about upholding the law. It was about tearing down President Trump and anyone close to him. You even tried to ram through a politically motivated final report after your cases collapsed, including the Presidential Transition Act and basic fairness. But here's the good part, America, here's the good part. The American people saw right through it. They rejected, sir, your witch hunt loud and clear in November, handing President Trump a commanding victory. The voters spoke loud and clear. They wanted an end to the weaponization of our justice system. In your opening statement, you spoke about proof of beyond a reasonable doubt. Mr. Smith, I will give you proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Donald Trump winning the popular vote by over 2 million votes. The Electoral College by 85 votes, along with every single swing state. Now, sir, that is proof beyond a reasonable doubt that the crap you were shoveling did not pass the smell test with the American people. To put it bluntly, Mr. Smith, the stink remains on you. And lastly, I would like to quickly address the police officers of January 6th. Mr. Dunn, Mr. Fanone, Mr. Gonell, Mr. Hodges. I'm a member of the new select committee to actually examine what happened that day. And I can tell you, gentlemen, that the fault does not lie with Donald Trump. It lies with Yogananda Pittman and the U.S. Capitol leadership team. We know they had the intelligence, and there was going to be a high propensity for violence that day. Claim my time, yeah.
It will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. We've had some disruptions already. We don't need that. Let the gentleman may continue.
We know the Capitol leadership team, specifically Yogananda Pittman, had the intelligence, and there was going to be a high propensity for violence that day. And the Capitol itself was the target. We knew the extremist groups were going to be there. And why do I say that? It was your own report from your intelligence section, the IICD, which was run by Pittman, in the January 3rd special events section. It was in it. It was in it. And Mr. Dunn, I believe that you thought that day would be like just any other. In your testimony to the January 6th committee, you said you found out how ugly was going to get on a cell phone. Somebody sent you some information on social media. The point is, you were all unprepared to deal with that day. And that's because your leadership failed to share the intelligence with you. It was their fault, folks. It was their fault. It was not President Trump. And we are going to expose it for the first time because the Benny Thompson, the sham committee didn't do it.
Will the gentleman yield for a question?
The sham committee didn't do it. The report is 845 pages. Donald Trump's name is mentioned 4,207 times. We know what the committee wanted to do. is to not allow Donald Trump to come back and win again. And they failed miserably. And I hope you now can see that. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield the balance to my distinguished colleague out of Jersey.
I just want to quickly go over something because we keep rewriting history. The president said peacefully and patriotically. What don't we understand about peacefully and patriotically? He asked for the National Guard. That was ignored. He asked Speaker Pelosi. What don't we understand that?
Will the gentleman yield for the question? Are you saying Nancy Pelosi controls the National Guard?
Wait a minute.
The president could have ordered the National Guard if he wanted to, and you know that.
My time, I lost some of my time.
The time belongs to the gentleman from New Jersey. You have a few more seconds.
And finally, how many elected officials say we're going to fight to win an election? New terminology used all the time, seriously. And of course, if they were guilty, they should be prosecuted. The problem was there were many in the mix.
The unanimous consent. Gentleman yields back. The
And last thing,
back.
your hand gestures, Mr. Fanone.
No.
You need
The time of the gentleman
medication.
expired. The time of the gentleman expired. The audience will be in order. The committee will be in order. And the gentlelady from Georgia is recognized for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr.
Does it ever irritate you when they go the gentleman, the gentle lady?
They just try to be. They try to be a little civil.
They act all that proper bullshit when the
Gotta
majority
give
of them are a
credit.
bunch of assholes that aren't even doing their job. But at the end of the day, look, Fanone acted like a dick, did lots of stuff. It's all over social media. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to know when these people are going to face consequences. We know it was a Fedsurrection. We know what January 6th was all about. It was about framing people and trying to stop people from protesting. And of course, everything they did when it comes to framing Donald Trump and indicting Donald Trump was all about trying to not allow him to be reelected.
Well, if you look as to these hearings, and this is why we always call them clown show hearings, right? Because Jack Smith was up there. He was up in the hot seat.
Oh yeah,
and everything when a GOP rep asked him something, I don't recall. But when Democrats asked him something, oh, he spoke out. He knew everything.
Yeah. They always remember all of it. Just like when the Democrats vote, they all vote together. But when Republicans vote, they're so fractured.
You remember what? It was June 2023. Smith indicted Trump on 37 federal counts in Miami.
Yeah.
And we had the separate case in Washington, D.C. He indicted Trump on 4 counts of conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstruction.
Best thing would have been if Pam Bondi just had the marshals walk in and arrest him right there on the spot, put a hood on his head and take him out of there. That would have been a really good move.
Yeah, you keep cutting me off, so I want to finish because you always bring this up, the importance of it, and you talk about it all the time on the show, and I'm going to bring it up because he doesn't remember who swore him in as special counsel, and they brought that up in a hearing, and it, like you've said, it's required by law to be sworn in and take the oath of office.
Correct.
Now you're supposed to sign something too, so you tell me they can't find that document because
you're supposed to sign your oath of office. It was also supposed to have an affidavit that goes with it.
Yeah, hold on. So this was he was supposed to have been sworn in November of 2022, but then like 11 months later, Merrick Garland administrated a second oath. Or was that really his first oath? Which one is it?
That would make everything he did for the first 11 months of true unlawful. It's illegal. That would make him basically behaving as a government official. But since he never took this oath of office, he wouldn't be official. So he would be considered impersonating a government official, which is a federal crime, by the way, I might point out. If you don't have an oath of office on file or the affidavit that is supposed to accompany it, if you don't have that signed oath of office, you are impersonating a government official. So if Pam Bondi really wanted to get creative, just start investigating everybody for their oath of office and see how many of them didn't take it. A lot of them don't want to take the oath of office because, again, then you become, obligated to the Constitution, U.S. Constitution. Of course, if you become in violation of that, that's another crime. All right.
Wait. I just want to add a quote from Smith when he was specifically asked. He claimed he couldn't recall or shouldn't remember executing an oath of office. Now, I mean, how do you not remember if you took the oath of office as special counsel? That's got to be something you remember. It's not like it's like you're going to be doing it so many times.
He never took it. He's lying.
All right, tell me about your friend, Lance. I want to hear about your friend.
Alexander Soros. It's official. He's a moron. Listen to this guy talk, right? This is one of the globalists. His dad, he's inheriting billions of dollars. Much of it's stolen from the U.S. government and from the American taxpayers and the American people. You know about his NGOs and the Open Society, how 64 NGOs were getting money from USAID. These guys I'm going to go on a limb. Arrest them now. These are people that are destructive to the interests of the United States. Now, listen not only to what he has to say, listen to how he says it. And you tell me if this guy isn't a total douche.
I think him and Thunderlips Harris would be a great pair
This guy's
together.
never had a man card. His man card was never
You know what I
issued
just
because
said?
he's such a pussy. Yes, what did you say?
See, now I was saying something. You
Okay.
started over talking. I said him and Thunderlips Harris would make a great couple.
It's too late. Huma Abedin already got her hooks into it.
It's never too
married.
late.
He's married to Huma Abedin.
She's been known to be house wrecker. All right. Anyway,
she's a hoe.
ask Judge Joe Brown. Is it?
But you know, I don't think that that's the fundamental. I don't think the technology is the fundamental issue in democracy. Democracy is messy. I mean, you know, democracy is about contestation of ideas. It's about plurality. It's about people having different truths. Actually, now, fundamentally, how society lives together. Civically in those contestations is obviously quite tricky. But I think that if we play too much on this disinformation card, we're taking the responsibility away from ourselves to actually create a narrative that inspires people to vote and to believe in democracy and democratic institutions. And on the institutional part, I think that we can talk about institutions as these abstract things, but institutions are also about people. And we just heard this point about untrustworthy people, and we talked about things in the United States like checks and balances, which aren't written anywhere but are customs. And one man, Donald Trump, literally came in and just took that all away. But when I see this, when I look at this, more globally regarding democracy, I also say to myself, when was this great time that everybody got along so well, and things were going so great? I mean, I think I think that we really have to be careful here in this nostalgia for a time past, because a lot of the reactions we're seeing in society are actually reactions to positive things like equality for women, and greater diversity, which come with backlash.
What?
Plurality. Donald Trump. I mean, this guy, and this is what we've got at the WEF. What we have is a bunch of inbred elites that think they should be deciding for you and the audience and the rest of us of how we're supposed to behave. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm still uneasy about BlackRock inviting Donald Trump. Although, did you see that Donald Trump is suing J.P. Morgan, and Jamie Dimon is probably in shock over it. That's probably why he reacted with the Jamie Dimon rental thing. He's suing them for $5 billion. Saw that in today.
I did see that.
All right.
Yep.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be talking about Davos. We're going to be talking about maybe who really runs the world. You've probably seen the Andrew Tate videos. There's a lot going on. And maybe we're going to expose a little bit of it here today. So stay tuned. The Big Mig Show. Take a short break. We'll be back with George Ballantyne and myself, Lance Miliaccio. You know how we do it, baby. We're still talking about Epstein, and now we're going to talk about a little more about Davos. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At cspoa.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here we host Lance Migliaccio. Yours truly, George Ballantine. We got the family out there, the Big Mig Mafia, Big Mig Army. If you're out there watching, listen, you can join the chat. Come join the chat, say hello, get welcome properly. Welcome back. Somebody said welcome back. Okay, welcome back. I don't know who it is. Bulldag. What's up,
Maybe we'll change the Bulldag? name to the Gabagool Army. The Gabagool
Bulldag. Susie Johns. Morning, Susie Johns. I just want to give some shout outs. Why not? It's Friday. Let's let loose. Cameron 67. How you doing, hon? Annie, get your gun. For the Bennett's. Is that what it is? Bennett's, I guess? I don't know. Sears B. Love. How you doing? Anyway, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, follow, and that red Big Mafia button. I'm a triple dog dare you. I dare you. That's it. I put it out there. Now you got to do it. Red Big Muffin button. Hit that. Helps us out. Subscription. Helps with the overhead and stuff. Because we got guys like Zelensky trying to get more of our tax dollars. And I'm going to say, he's got a set of cojones, this guy, Lance. I'm telling you, he's in Davos and he's going off. He's like an angry little boy. What's that? Anger management. Are you an angry boy? He's like going at. He's calling
pretty, oh so pretty
and witty and gay
and gay.
Anyway, he's calling the Europeans weak. He's complaining about Trump and the U.S. But then he goes and then he admits a peace deal is almost ready. Peace deal should have been done, but you sabotaged it. And then he's got the nerve. He's got the cojones. He's got the nerve. I mean, President Trump would have shut his ass down. He says this in Davos. He goes, President Trump led an operation in Venezuela and Maduro was arrested. The fact remains Maduro's on trial in New York. Sorry, but Putin is not on trial. What?
Wow. It's all about the money. He's pissed off because his gravy train is coming to an end, but he's gotten fabulously wealthy off this bullshit war of his. But he's irritated. He wants more. And let's face it, he's got property all over the world. He's got cars. He's got offshore accounts. He is ridiculously rich at this point, all because of the American taxpayer or whatever else he could steal from what little NATO and everybody else gave him. The guy's a moron. He lost the war the day it was started. The U.S. should have never backed this thing. It's ridiculous because Ukraine is a cesspool anyway of what's gone around the world as far as money laundering and otherwise. Let's play the clip.
I'm looking at something. Probably has to be what, over 200 billion we sent to Ukraine so far, the United States?
Oh, I don't even know. The number's gigantic. I mean, the guy's a billionaire. I'll bet you those offshore accounts. The last time I heard the number, it was 1.67 billion in offshore accounts.
Yeah, but I'm just saying how much money we sent to Ukraine. Somebody asked, and it's probably like around 200 billion. Probably more stuff we don't even know about. But let's play this clip. Trump should have, you know what? Trump should have, when he's there talking, he should have went on stage and just bitch slapped him.
Let's look at the Western Hemisphere. President Trump led an operation in Venezuela, and Maduro was arrested. And there were different opinions about it, but the fact remains Maduro is on trial in New York. Sorry, but Putin is not on trial. And this is the fourth year of the biggest war in Europe since World War II. And the man who started it is not only free, he is still fighting for his frozen money in Europe. And you know what? He is having some success, it's true. It's Putin who's trying to decide how the frozen Russian assets should be used, not those who have the power to punish him for this war. Thankfully, the EU decided to freeze Russian assets indefinitely, and I'm grateful for that. Thanks, Ursula, thanks, Antonio, and all the leaders who helped. But when the time came to use those assets to defend against Russian aggression, the decision was blocked.
Trying to get it, George, you hear him trying to get his hands when the use of those assets to go after the Russian aggressor. He just wants more money to come in. He wants to steal some more money because he knows the gravy train's about then. I got to be honest. If I was Putin, lucky it wasn't me, I'd have probably had him assassinated right at Davos. I would have taken him out right there and wrapped it up. I know that maybe wouldn't be the right play for peace, but this guy's a jackass. He doesn't need to be on the world theater. I got to be honest.
You know what I would have done?
If I was Putin,
you want to know what I would have done?
Yeah.
I would have sent my CIA guys to put some explosives on the plane, and when it got over Ukraine, hit the button and then blame it on Russia.
Yeah.
Let them all fall apart over there.
At the end of the day, the guy doesn't. This is not what we need as far as world or global leadership. He's full of shit. All right. Finally, we've been giving billions to the WHO. I looked up the numbers. In 23, 24, we gave him like 1.2. In 25, it was like another 900 billion. Supposedly, we didn't give him the last 200 million or something. There's some disagreement. Finally, we're pulling out of the World Health Organization. I'd like to see us pull out of the UN and NATO next. We've been getting grifted for so long, the American taxpayer, on the backs of the American taxpayer, all these globalist organizations getting billions and billions from us. And the World Health Organization, just another big sham, probably responsible in their own way for everything that had to do with the pandemic. I'm sure that they were behind a lot of it. Tedros, the gay cavalier, Ghebreyesus, or however you pronounce his name, practically begged the United States to rejoin the UN agency. No. And how about no to the UN? I really don't believe in that either. I'm at the point where I don't believe in any of this stuff. I think we could probably be at full peace with Russia, probably at full peace with China if we would just sit at a table and not have all these outside puppeted groups that are controlled by allegedly the 150 men behind the curtain controlling the country. You're going to hear a little bit of that here in a minute. But look, the WHO demanded billions from American taxpayers. They pushed radical agendas. Of course, pandemics, treaties about pandemics, draconian lockdowns, all the crap they wanted to do, masking up for a virus that could clearly penetrate a mask, and all the backing of the Wuhan lab, the Wuhan virus. participating with Beijing and Anthony Fauci and all the rest of them. Enough's enough. So a little celebration there. We're out of the WHO. How about to the administration? How about NATO next? And then let's go ahead and pull the trigger and tell the UN, GTFO, get the fuck out of New York. It's time for you to go. All right. George, this next one's kind of a biggie.
Well, somebody brought it up in the chat, right? So we want to talk about it. I think we should bring it up. And we always thought there's always been a community or a certain amount of people running the country behind. I mean, you see all these secret societies, secret meetings, the Bilderberg group. They're probably one of the top ones in there, right? And Lance, you found a great clip. Who runs the world? I'm going to attempt to say this name, but I'm probably not going to say it right.
Yeah,
Chama Palihapitiya.
Yeah,
he's got $5 billion. His net worth is $5 billion, and he's one of the very few conservative tech leaders in Silicon Valley. And he's telling the truth. He's talking about the 150 people who actually run the world.
Andrew Tate's been talking about this, and he confirms
Andrew Tate.
Something again. But I understand what happens when it comes to the people that are, I believe are behind the curtain. At the end of the day, when you become important enough and you become well known enough, and if you're too outspoken, there's a lot of pressure that I believe comes from those that are in the know. This seems like a likely scenario. Maybe we're starting to know too much, but let's go ahead and play the clip. Maybe, hopefully, we won't be targeted for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we are.
There's about 150 people that run the world. Anybody who wants to go into politics, they're all fucking puppets, okay? There are 150, and they're all men, that run the world, period, full stop. They control most of the important assets. They control the money flows. And these are not the tech entrepreneurs. Now, they are going to get rolled over the next 5 to 10 years by the people that are really underneath pulling the strings. And when you get behind the curtain and see how that world works, what you realize is it is unfairly set up for them and their progeny. First order of business is, I want to break through and be at that table. That's the first order of business. And the way that I do that is by proving that I can do what they do as well as they do it. And then do it better than how they do it. Because at the end of the day, they are commercial fucking animals. And they'll open the door out of curiosity and they'll let me stay because I add value. And then once I'm there, I can open the door for other people who can try to do the same thing. So my entire goal now is to be in a position to aggregate enough of the capital of the world to then reallocate it against my worldview. And I'm not saying my worldview is the best or right, but it is mine. And at the end of the day, there are 150 other fucking guys with their worldview, and they don't give a shit what you think about their fucking worldview. That's the truth. And so why not me? Why not? Why not one of you? Why not? And so in my life now, I'm just kind of like, why not? Why the fuck not?
So you're saying 150 men, right? How much money do you think they're worth combined?
I think that the money that like I believe many of the people that are owner is in the Federal Reserve. I think we're talking about individuals with trillions and trillions of net worth. So when they hype up that Elon Musk is going to be the first trillionaire, I think that's absolutely not true. Because again, the money is a game. If you think about fiat currency, there's no way to really know what's been printed. If the Federal Reserve was lying to us and they decided to bring in their own paper and they just wanted to print $5 trillion US tomorrow and then ship it out the back door, how would we know any different? We wouldn't know any different. They could do the same thing with the euro. They could do the same thing with the currency coming out of China. That ability, when you control that kind of power and that kind of money, because it's easy enough to buy people. Andrew Tate's alleged that he was offered, $500 million to stop doing what he's doing and just walk away, or just kind of not continue to push about pulling back the curtain. Is it true? I have no idea, but we've heard a lot of stories, and I always think where there's smoke, there's fire. This guy talking as boldly as he is, he's going to end up on a private plane. The plane's going to go down. We've seen it. Sorry. You've seen what they do to people that don't go along with the system. You wonder about the JFK assassination. We've heard about the babushka woman for the JFK assassination. And if you know about Jekyll Island, that in itself is something you have to think about. So again, we just give you the information, you make your own conclusions, you can educate yourself, talk about it in the chat. Let's talk about how things are changing so rapidly in the world. Lots of amazing breakthroughs. We want to start covering some of this.
Before you go into this, you remember the few episodes ago we did a clip. I think it was Japan or one of them over there came up with that skin that glows in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, do this. You can do it.
Yeah. So lots of great innovation. I saw a machine the other day that can actually, in a desert environment with very little humidity, can actually make water. It pulls water out of the air. And that's been documented. So you're seeing incredible changes. And I think AI is going to be part of this. But researchers from Finland, from the Aalto University, have developed a hydrogel. Now listen closely to this. Imagine the uses and how this is going to help people. That mimics key properties of human skin as far as stiffness, flexibility, and rapid self-healing. So if you incorporate this ultra-thin synthetic clay nano sheet into a polymer network, it creates this layered structure, I guess. And listen to this. So when people are cut with a knife, as an example, talk about healability. The material recovered around 80 to 90% of its integrity within 4 hours. So your skin healed with this hydrogel on it, and it was fully healed up to 100% within 24 hours. So 80 to 90% in 4 hours, 100% within 24 hours. So you're talking about wound healing, artificial skin for burn victims, skincare treatments. It's pretty unbelievable when you think about the possibilities of what this could do. There's so much of this coming out right now, and I've seen some people talking about med beds. I don't have any reason to believe that that is legitimate yet for organ healing. But you've also seen the information about cancer treatments, innovative cancer treatments. I saw something about for people that have bad knees or college, have issues with the flexibility in their knee. They've got a new product. It's being tested overseas right now where it will reproduce the collagen and the cartilage in your knee, which is unbelievable. You might not need knee replacement. Now, will it work on shoulders or elbows or the rest of that? I haven't heard much on that yet.
Wait, what's it called?
It's a new product. I just have been following it because I was hoping it would work for shoulders, because I thought instead of getting shoulder replacement, maybe I could use it on my shoulders. Because what happens is they inject this gel into your joint, and the gel helps at first, and it starts to pull in stem cells. And those stem cells help regrow your collagen and your cartilage. So what happens is, in a matter of time, the gel is kind of gone, but the collagen is actually grown in your joint. They've been testing it, and it seems to be working extremely well. I'm not saying the FDA will pass it fast enough, because the FDA is one of the biggest ass-dragging bullshit freaking organizations we have, just like the CDC.
Well, do they have to pass it, FDA?
Yeah, to be used here in the United States, because these are foreign testing, just like you see that Finnish skin gel. Unless it passes here, and that's the problem. The FDA slow rolls everything, and I believe part of it's the medical institutions, because you've seen the stuff about the cancer. You guys have seen all over X and everywhere else people talking about, other alternative medicines that are getting rid of tumors and killing cancer cells, and people are in stage 4 and being told they got 2 months to live, and 10 years later they're completely cured because they used other options besides going in for radiation treatment, which is like pumping poison into your body. So, this is the kind of stuff I think we're going to see more and more and more of this. This is probably what the globalists are worried about, that we're going to have these health breakthroughs, and they're acting like we have a population issue when in fact we don't.
Do you think this will be like a box in the store of Band-Aids? You can just buy it there, or is it going to have to go to the doctor for this shit?
You know how the medical industry, George, they all want their pound of flesh.
It looks like a little thing you could just slap on the cut and boom, just let it work through its stuff.
Can you imagine the help that could be? I mean, imagine 80 or 90% repair in 4 hours. You cut yourself in the morning on a job, you put that on, and before you get home, you're already 80 or 90% healed. So pretty crazy stuff. We're going to start covering a little more of that, because I think it's great for the audience, just like you've seen us having some medical experts on the show, or, the AI family legal, guy we had on yesterday who was great. All right. Let's talk about this, George.
Viva la Cuba. Lance, he's brought it up, and now it's coming up again. So, Trump is saying it. It's going to happen, just like with Venezuela, just like with Greenland and all the other good stuff, Trump wants to end communist rule in Cuba by the end of the year. This is a report that's coming out. So
Well, people are suffering.
it's
I mean,
January. By the end of the year, Cuba will be there'll be no communist rule in Cuba.
Well, two things I heard. The Chinese just spent Cuba $80 million.
I know, I heard just for
tons of
rice and stuff. You know
But
what, Lance?
It's terrible. Those people have to get a delivery of rice because they're suffering because this government has failed its people.
Before I forget, after the show, go to Poly Market, see if there's a thing up and what are the odds, and put some money on it that Trump does it by the end of the year.
Yeah, I want to tell you something. I was looking at Poly Market last night because I believe the attack on Iran is imminent. That the administration is on top of the fact that, and I'll give this to the audience. I'll go on a
Oh
limb.
yeah, they're sending
I think the attack.
more stuff.
I think the attack is imminent. I think it's going to happen at any moment. Honestly, I think they're prepared to do it. Everything's in place. They've moved, obviously some of the biggest aircraft, cruisers into the area.
So,
but I heard some other stuff. Also, our friend Colonel McGregor came out last night. Israel's ramped up. They've already sent some jets into the area. I think it's going to happen at any time. So I saw that on Poly Market. Of course, you can't bet on Poly Market from the United States. You probably have to use a VPN. But last night I looked at it, and $80 would have made you $4,000 on that bet. I don't know where it's sitting today, but I think it's going to happen very fast at any moment. So that's my take on what's going on for a number of reasons. I'm saying that.
Let's go to.
But I want to know that, George, I got to tell you the truth. I submitted a job application to the administration to be Secretary of Casinos.
I mean, no problem. I get whatever you make. I get 50% anyway because
Yeah. So I put in an application, guys. I just got to forewarn you, Secretary of Casinos for Cuba. I'm going to bring back the mob to Cuba and the casinos. It's my plan. So I can get fabulously wealthy, and maybe I can work my way up to being one of the 150. All right.
So you just admitted on live air that you're going to bring back the mob to Cuba. Not too smart, Lance. I'm just going to, we're going to leave it like that. Leave it there. Let's just go. We got to.
Who's a dingleberry, George? Who's a dingleberry?
I don't know who you're talking about, but I was going to go to
James Woods calls out Don Lemon. Now, you only have to play to the first 2 minutes, George, because it's a very long clip. I didn't cut it down, but everybody.
All right, we got to go.
Heard this.
We got to play it. Let's play it.
I just feel like it was a red line to go into a church, and the full force of federal law needs to be brought down on everyone who did it.
Right, but there's something here that you're going to be surprised. Look, I know what you wanted to hear me say is James Woods is going to come on, he's going to rip Don Lemon a new asshole. Not that I'd be the first person to have done that, by the way. Oops. Anyway, but the bottom line is this is all a dog and pony show. It's a trick. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Did you ever see the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson? At the end of The Patriot, the militia guys, the hardworking colonials who want to build this beautiful country, stand on the line against the British regulars. They have no chance of surviving. They break and they run over a hill. The British now, they've got them. They're going to go over and slaughter them all. And as they come over the hill, the entire colonial army is waiting for them and wipes them out, sends Bannister Tarleton to Yorktown to hide with Cornwallis, and they end up surrendering to Washington, and America is born. I am a ninth generation descendant of one of the patriots who was one of the militiamen at the Battle of Cowpens, which was just a few days ago, short of 245 years ago. It was in January of 1781. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because they were a diversionary tactic. Don Lemon, a journalist. I mean, this guy, a journalist. Here's another soundbite for you. They're going to love this one. Don Lemon is the dingleberry hanging off the ass of American journalism. Okay? And let me tell you, when CNN got rid of him, they didn't wipe hard enough. But all of that's colorful, and it'll be a headline tomorrow, I know, everywhere.
Oh, it's a headline right here. Hey, look at that.
Don Lemon, the dingleberry.
You got to call him.
Didn't wipe hard enough.
You got to call him Don Dingleberry Lemon now.
Exactly. That sticks. I
fucking
like how he
nut.
joked around about Don Lemon. He said, ripped him a new asshole, but that he wouldn't be the first. All right, let's go. What do you got, George?
You got to do Davos thing, and I got the next one.
Well, look, CEO of Circle, publicly traded company, doing extremely well. It was a very, very big public offering in the crypto world. He said And I quote, in 3 to 5 years, literally billions of AI agents will be using crypto and stablecoins to move value at lightning speed. Of course, the big winner at Davos so far appears to be XRP. We've talked about it on our regular show. We hold XRP. It's not financial advice. I would pay attention to what's going on XRP. Massive moves going on, and they're starting to acknowledge all the agreements they've already got in place. So pretty inexpensive at this point, but it might not be there for long. Let's play the clip.
The next generation of blockchain networks, things like Arc, which Circle's building on, there's other new blockchain networks, are actually being designed specifically for agentic compute. They're designed specifically for the financial and economic activity of a world where 3 years, 5 years from now, one, I think, can reasonably expect that there will be billions, literally billions of AI agents conducting economic activity in the world continuously on a continuous basis. They need an economic system. They need a financial system. They need a payment system. There is no other alternative, in my view, other than stablecoins to do that right now, and that can keep up with that pace of technological change. And so it's a critical focus for us, but not just us. There's a lot of other folks that are interested in this and contributing to the technical standards to support this upgrade to our digital economic system.
Got to listen closely to these sound bites coming out of Davos about crypto. Very important. People are telegraphing. Brad Garlinghouse, another one. Other people, David Sachs. I would take a few moments today if I were you. Go out, spend some time looking, and then don't forget to join the Crypto Power Hour, 7 a.m. on Wednesdays and Fridays. Great education pieces, lots of top news, and we'll take you through crypto from A to Z, beginners all the way to the experience. So it's what we do. So,
all right, Lance, I got good news for you. And let me finish. Just take it in. Absorb it. Ready? TikTok's U.S. future is secured with the establishment of a joint venture to acquire its American assets. This is a done deal. Chinese don't own U.S. TikTok, and have put already measures in place. And because when I opened it up this morning, I had to agree to stuff. So what they're doing is they're not paying anybody. Just if you post videos, and you're not going to just get paid. You have to be in a creator program, and you have to be approved to be in a creator program. And they don't. And when it comes to shit and crazy content, they don't approve it. That's just a start. So take that in. Maybe it'll help out. Yeah,
I like the sound of that. Let's get the men in dresses off of there also.
So they say, look, data protections will be led by CEO Adam Presser, Chief Security Officer Will Farrow, including oversight from stakeholders, TikTok US, and Oracle. So it's a start. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. And if you groom our kids, you lose your account. You get banned immediately. So if you're in there trying to give trans advice or cross-dressing advice or whatever the hell they do,
you know they've been doing that.
You're out of there,
Lance. You know they've been doing it on Facebook, Instagram, and other places.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason I got a real issue with TikTok.
Well, I don't know what. There's a little bias there. I think. Why? You should have that same.
I'll admit it. I'm a racist to TikTok.
You should have that same anger towards Facebook and Instagram and all the other ones. I'm just, I'm just trying to help you out.
I don't disagree with you.
We're not biased on the show. I'm not racist or biased. I hate everyone.
All right. If you love the show, take the short form, take the long form, share it far and wide. Hit us with a Big McMafia subscription. It's $5 a month. It's a great way to support the show on a regular basis. Thank you to the mods today. And of course, Rumble Rant tips are always appreciated. And also crypto tips. Come on, representing those crypto wallets. Hit us with some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, Solana, XRP. We take it all. Great way to let the guys know we're here at the show, that you love what we're doing, and let us know. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, hit us up at info@thebigmig.com. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. That's how we do it. You can find us on social media at GBallantine, Lance Migliaccio, and The Big Mig Show. George B., weekend vibe, cold weather, Snowmageddon.
You know what's funny?
Get ready.
I wonder if the mods are laughing because last Friday I went out for my cousin's birthday and I was sending them some videos of me getting down groovy. So, have a great weekend. Stay blessed. Prepare for Sunday's storm. Make sure you have some of the essentials. It's always good to be prepared. Better safe than sorry, I say. All right? Because I got to prepare. Later.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.